complete the cube, the first thing you need to do is make a white cross on the white side. Now, the centers on a 3x3 does not move respective to one another. So on the opposite of white will always be a yellow. On the opposite of blue will always be a green. On the opposite of an orange will always be a red. So it doesn't matter which way you move your cube and which side you move, it does not affect your center. So in order to make this white cross, the quickest and easiest way for a beginner is to turn your cube to the opposite side to where the yellow is. And we start by making a daisy, a yellow daisy. So on this edge pieces, the edge pieces are the pieces that's got only two colors. The corner pieces have three colors. The edge pieces have to have a white at the top next to this yellow. And the way you do it is you go and find all the white edges. There's a blue and the white. So if I turn this one to the side and I bring it up, it will go and fall next to my yellow center. So I have one side completed. Now I see there's a green and a white on the opposite side. If I turn this to this bottom, turn it to the side and bring it up next to the yellow, I have another piece in place. Here's my orange. If I just bring this orange up to the side, it's going to put the yellow and the orange together. So I take it to the side and bring it up on the other side. And there's my yellow and my white together. Ignore any corner pieces at the moment. We are only focusing on the centers, on the sides. And then there's my red. I bring this one up to this side, bring it up, turn this one to the side, and slot my green piece back into place where it was. So there I have my yellow daisy. Ignore this corner piece. Now to fix it, to turn these side pieces to match up with the white that's on the opposite side, all I do is I match up these second colors to their corresponding centers. So I turn until it matches, and then I bring it down to the side. You spin it twice so that it's matching up with its white at the bottom and green on the side. Now it doesn't matter which color you do in order. You know, you can, any color, you can just turn your bottom to match up with that side. Here's my orange already in place, so I just turn this twice and it's matching up with my white at the bottom and the orange on the side. Now I do my blue. My blue's already in place. Turn that one twice and there it's matching up, and there's my red. All you need to do is turn this bottom piece until you find your corresponding side, and you turn it down to the bottom twice, 180 degrees, to get your white cross. Now that I have my white cross at the top, I need to fill in these edge pieces. These edge pieces have three colors. So I'm going to find an edge piece that's got a white with two other colors. I'm going to turn, there's another one. I'm going to turn these so that I match my centers to the other two colors. So there's a green and an orange with a white. I'm going to turn this cube until I get to the center where the green and the orange corner meets. There we go. So this piece is going to slide up and land over on this top here, so that I have a white top at the top on this corner with the orange and the green. In order to make sure that this green and the orange is on the correct side, you have to follow starting with a white block facing in a certain direction. If the white block is on the left, you're going to turn this left piece towards the white, not away from the white, but towards the white side there. If the white is on the right side, you're going to turn towards that side first, not to the left like you did on this side. you turn this bottom, the bottom of your cube, towards the white side of that corner. So we're going to start with this one, which is the orange and the green, and I turn this bottom piece towards the white. Now I mustn't move that corner. This is the piece. I'm going to put a mark on this corner so that you can see it clearly. That piece, once I move it to the left towards the white side, that piece is not allowed to move. I now need to move the side pieces down so that I can fix it here on the left. If I move this side piece, that block is going to move where the marker is on. See, it's moving and I don't want it to move. So I'm bringing this side down. That doesn't move that piece. Now I'm going to slide it back to match my side there on the side of the cube. And then when I bring it up, it's going to be in the correct spot. Now I'm going to do this side. There's the red and the green. It's currently between the blue and the orange. I need to spin this piece until I get to the corner of the red and the green. There's the green. So there's my red corner. This piece needs to be between those two coming together. So this piece is going to turn around and come to the top edge here. So again, I move my bottom towards the color of the white, towards the side of the white. I'm going to put another marker on for you so that you can clearly see what's happening with that piece. I move this one, the bottom, to the right once. Now I can't move that piece by moving this piece down. If I move this piece, that block with the marker is moving. I don't want that. I want the side that wouldn't move that piece. And I bring this down. Now I'm going to move this piece back into its spot next to its friend here, and then I bring it up to the top. There I have two sides done. Now I have pieces at the top corners here. It's not on the bottom where the previous two were, so I need to bring that down. I can just turn it to the bottom. So it's now facing at the bottom, opposite side of my white, and turn it once out of the way. So that when I bring my piece up again to fix my white cross, I'm not moving that piece. Now it's in the bottom. I need to move this again to between the blue and the red. There it is, opposite my white side. I need to move it. I'm going to put a marker on. I'm going to move it to this back left corner. I'm going to move it, slide the front, separating my white, spin it to the back, diagonal corner opposite, and fix my cross again on the white at the top. Now that I've moved that piece to the diagonal back corner at the bottom, I can bring it up again, matching it to my blue and my red side. Here's my red side and my blue side, and it's going to slide into this place. So again, I move it, the bottom piece, towards this side of the white. I bring the side down where it's going to slide into without moving that piece. I slide it in, matching it up on the side here, and then I lift it up. Now I have my third corner done. Now I've got another piece, white corner, that's on the top layer, and that piece, even though it's in the right spot, the blue and the orange, it's facing at the top. I need to bring it down to the bottom. So all I do is I turn that piece towards my white, so it's facing down at the bottom. I turn that out of the way and I lift up my side, so that this piece is facing the bottom. It's next to my yellow. Then I go and fit it in next to its friend, the blue and the orange. Now I need it to bring it to the back corner here. diagonal back corner from where it should be, just so that it's out of the way so that I can move freely. Now how I do that is I spin this piece so that my white side flips up. So it's on the side and not on the bottom anymore. Then I turn it out of the way and I fix my white cross at the back, at the top. So now it's at the back corner there. Now I need to place it again between my orange and my blue side because it's going to slide in over here. Now what I do is, just like before, I slide this bottom towards the white side, towards the white block. Bring this side down so that that side doesn't move. I slide it into position and I lift up. Now I've completed my white top. Once you've completed your white top, you turn this cube upside down, and now you're only going to work with the bottom being white. You're not going to turn your cube around anymore. So you turn your cube upside down. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fix the first two layers, F to L. These two layers need to be fixed now. And the way you do that is you look for two colors on the edge. This piece will have to turn around and slide down to this side here. That piece belongs here. You ignore any pieces that's got a yellow on it. You ignore any pieces that's got a yellow on it. You only focus, there's another yellow. You only focus on those that's got two colors other than yellow. So what you do is you turn until you can match up this side color to its corresponding center. So we keep on turning until we get to the green side. Now you can see there's a big upside down letter T. This one will have to fit in here between the orange and the green. So how you do that is you want to slide that one to the furthest part, then you're going to bring up a white line. On this move, you're going to focus on the white line that you're going to move around. So if your orange is here and your green is there, and you have a big upside down T, you move this piece away to the furthest side of this orange side. So you turn this one once to the back so that that piece over there is diagonally opposite its friend over this side. Then when the piece was over here, on this side down here, we want to bring up a white line, not on this side. On this side where this piece, this big T was. So if I turn this to the back, diagonally opposite this orange, you turn this side up, showing a white line next to where that original block was. Then you break this white. You don't break it towards the white. You break this white by moving this top layer away from the white once. And then you bring this white back down to the bottom. Now I move this white towards the white side at the top. I just move the top layer towards the white. And I move this side, which is opposite from where my white was. Originally my white line was here. Now I bring up this side's white line. There I bring up the white. Opposite side of where this one was. Next to. And I slide my white back in. Now I have a white line on this side. And I bring this piece down. Now this piece that was originally in the top center there, we've turned it around to bring it down here. And you do that by following the white. Now that's one side done. Now we have the blue and the red. We ignore any pieces that's got a yellow on it. So blue and red. So we turn this top until we match with the blue side. There's my big upside down T. Now we're going to fit that piece in on this side exactly like what we did before. So I'm going to put my marker on again. When you hold your cube, it has to be facing you onto the side where you want to fit the piece. So I want to fit my piece in there, so I'm holding my cube with this sharp side showing me, facing me. I'm not holding it flat on front. So I move that away from its corresponding red side. I bring up my white side, so it's next to where it originally was. I break my white. I bring my white back down. I move towards my white block here. I bring this side up next to where it was originally. I fix my white line, and I bring my white line down. Now I've got my blue and my red in the right spot. If you find that your blue and your orange match up on this side, you're going to do exactly what we just did, but instead of turning towards the left first, we're going to turn towards the right. I'm going to put my marker on. I move this blue piece away so that it's opposite side of this. Then there where my blue piece was originally, my marked piece, I bring up a white line. Then I break my white line, bring this white line down. I move towards my white block. I bring this white line up, which was next to where the original white line was. Fix my white line and bring it down. Now I've moved from there to there, fixing it into the right spot. Now my bottom layer is complete. When you find a case where the corner, the edge piece here, the side piece, is in the right colors, blue and orange, but it's turned upside down, we need to take that one out in exactly the same way that we've brought it back down. So, but when we repeat that process that we just did, you're going to bring it up to this top layer, mix it up at the top, and then bring it back down into the right place. So I'm going to put my marker on, just so that we see. You can move it either way, either to the top left or top right first. It doesn't matter. So let's move it to the top right. Then I bring up my white line, this side. I break my white line, bring my white side down. I turn towards my white side. I bring up the white on the opposite side, slide it into place, and bring it down. My white is still correct. Now I've brought that piece up to the top here. So I go and fix the color on its corresponding side, the orange. Now there's my blue. I need to move this piece away from its side. I bring up this side to show a white line. I break my white line. I bring my two white pieces back down. I move my top to the side of the white. I bring the opposite white line up. I fix my white line and I bring it back down to the bottom. Now I've taken that piece, I've taken it up to the top, turned it around and brought it back down. Now I've completed my first two layers of my Rubik's Cube. Now that we've completed the first two layers of our cube, we need to turn it to the top. We are first going to do the yellow cross at the top here. Like what we did with the white cross, we're going to first do a yellow cross at the top. In order to do that, we have to ignore any corner pieces, the colors of the corner pieces. We're only focusing on these side pieces. So you're going to find this piece, this side, the cross that we are working on, in one of four ways. The first way is where ignoring these edge pieces, it's only the center that's got a yellow like that. And these two are other colors, or it can be yellow. We're ignoring whatever these corner pieces are. So either you're going to find it like this one, where there's only a white dot in the center. We're going to follow an algorithm or a pattern in order to make this into a hook. That's your number 2, the second way you can find it. The third way you can find it is with a horizontal line, and then the last way you can find it, the fourth way, would be for the cross to be already completed. All 4 in the center. But now this piece, ignoring these side pieces, you've got a yellow dot in the center already. So what you do is, when you follow this pattern, it's going to turn it into a hook. Then you repeat the pattern, it's going to turn it into a horizontal line, and you repeat the pattern again until you get the cross. So you turn your front to the right. Then you lift up your right side to the back. Your top side, you turn to the back clockwise. Then your right side, you bring down again, fixing your white line. Then your top, you turn again, anti-clockwise, back to the front. And then your front, with that white line showing, you bring down to the bottom. Now we've created a hook. We're ignoring any corner pieces, remember? So it's only the hook. This hook is important that it's showing in the top left corner like it is at the moment. It can't be facing down like this or there. This hook, the right position is top left like that. I'm just going to remove those. That's the way you hold your cube. So this is your front. You move your front to the right, repeating exactly what we just did. Right to the back, top to the back, right side down, bringing those white 2 down, your top to the left, back to the front, which shows a white line here, and you bring that white line down to the bottom. Now we've created a horizontal line. The horizontal line has to lie like this. Can't hold your block in a vertical position, and it doesn't matter if your horizontal line is lying like this or like that, as long as it's horizontal. We're going to follow that same algorithm that we just did. Your front, you turn clockwise. Your right side, you turn back. Your top, you turn back. Your right side, you bring those 2 pieces down. Top to the left, having a white line on this line side here, and you fix your white line by turning it to the front. We have now completed our white side, our first 2 layers, and we've made our cross. Now what we need to do is we need to fill in these corner pieces. Imagine we look at these corners and we name them. If this is 0, that's 1, that's 2. 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2. You can find this side in 3 different ways. Either we have no corner pieces that are yellow, or we have 1 corner piece that's yellow, or there are 2 corner pieces that's yellow. In this case, we have 0. We only have the cross that's yellow. Because we have 0 yellow corners, we have to find this corner piece that's got a 0 that's yellow. So this corner piece, the corner piece, the yellow is on the number 2 side, but we do not have 2 yellow sides there, 2 yellow corners that's on the top. So we need to turn our cube until we find the one where the yellow is on the 0 side, to show that we have 0 corners that's yellow. This piece needs to be on my front left. So you hold the cube facing you flat on, This piece is front left. Now what we do is we turn right side away, bringing up a white, top side away, right side to the front, taking that white down to the bottom, top side away, right side away, and top twice, fixing our white line, and you bring it back down. Now we have one corner that's yellow. This corner needs to be on the front left like this. If this is front left and the top one is yellow, it shows that there's only one corner that's yellow. I follow the same algorithm to complete this corner again, so that we eventually, after all the repeats, get that all these tops are yellow. This one is top left. We turn up, away, revealing a white line, top away, right side to the front, removing that white line, top away, right side away, bringing up the white line again, top twice, completing my white line and bringing my white line to the bottom. Now I've completed my top side. If we find our cube that we have two yellows at the top, it can either be two yellows next to one another or diagonally opposite one another. We have to find the corner piece where the yellow is on the number 2 or the side 2 to show that we have two pieces that's yellow at the top. So if we turn here, we can see if that's 0, that's 1, that's 2. The 2 is yellow, which means this one should be on my front left. And we follow the same algorithm. The right side we lift up, bringing the white to the top. We break the white by turning the top away. We bring this side down, removing the white. We turn the top away again. We turn this side away, bringing up the white line. We turn the top twice, fixing this white line, and bring the white line down to fix it. We have one corner that's yellow, and that's on the front left. We repeat this until the top is completely yellow. You bring up your white line, you turn your top once, bring your white line down, turn your top away, you turn your right side away, bringing up your white, and you flip your top twice to complete your white line, and you bring it back down. Now my top is completely yellow. Now that we've completed our yellow top, we have to turn our cube, and we're going to focus only on these side pieces there, those edge pieces, not on the centers. We're going to turn our top so we can match up any of our centers. First, we're going to look how many of the centers match up. So those two are two different colors. Those two are two different colors. These two are two different colors. And these two are two different colors. So we can turn our cube top until we can find the place where we match up the correct colors. There's a red and there's a green. So what we do is, this corner that's correct is going to be at the back left side. This corner will then also be correct. It's going to be blue and orange or whichever color, but it's going to be these two corners that's correct. Either you're going to find that these two corners are correct, or the two back corners are going to be correct. When these two diagonally opposite one another is correct, you're going to follow this algorithm twice to get to the two back ones being correct. And then you're going to do the very same algorithm so that all the corners are correct. So what we do is, I'm going to place a marker on this back right corner, but this back left corner is the correct one. Now we're going to keep an eye on that one. This one is going to move to the front, bottom, back, spin twice, and it's going to end up there. Then we're going to look at this bottom left one, where it's going to go. So this one first is to the front. We're going to turn the front down, so it's at the bottom. We're going to move it to the back corner, and we're going to flip our back twice. Now we're going to flip up this side, the yellow side there. Flip it up. I'm going to take my marker and I'm going to put it in my bottom left corner here, just so that you can see easily. Now I'm going to turn my front so that it ends up on this bottom corner there. My side, I'm going to move to the back, so now it's on the back corner there, and I'm going to flip my back twice, and I'm going to fix my white line. So my white side's correct, my two bottom layers are done, and I've got my yellow side correct. Now if I look, those two are incorrect, those two are incorrect, those two are incorrect, they're not matching, and these two are the same. So I turn my block so that those two corners fit onto the same side, so that they are the same. Then what I do is I'm going to put my marker on. My two correct ones are at the back. This one is the important one. This one is correct, whether it's two diagonal ones or two ones that's next to one another. This one always has to be correct. And I'm going to follow the same algorithm, moving this one to the front, bottom, back twice, ending up there, and then I'm going to do the same with this side. So to the front, turn it to the bottom, turn it to the back, flip my back twice, and bring up this yellow, kicking up our yellow. Now I'm going to do the same with this bottom left one here. I turn my front so it ends up there, turn it to the back, turn my back twice so it ends up in my back left corner, and I bring my white down, fixing my white. Now what I have is I have two corners that's correct, two corners that's correct, two corners that's correct, two corners that's correct, and I turn my cube to match the correct corner. So there's the green on the green, orange on orange, blue on blue, red on red. When I find it like this, I'm going to follow the following algorithm so that I have one side that is solid. When I have a solid side, I place that side at the back, and I follow the same algorithm. So what I like to call this algorithm is my mini, because just like the Mini Cooper have two lines, I'm going to reverse my Mini Cooper in to the front here, turn it around and reverse it back into its place there. So first what I do is my front, I turn twice so that I can see my white line at the front next to my yellow center. Then I turn my top with the white line on the left, bring my white line to the front, bring my yellow line to the front, spin it twice so they're on opposite sides, and I reverse my Mini Cooper back into its place where it was, turn my white to the front, and then bring it down. Now that side's a solid side. There's one that's wrong, there's one that's wrong, there's one that's wrong. My solid side, I hold my cube facing the back side. My solid side is now at the back. And that Mini Cooper algorithm, I follow again, exactly like I did before, by turning my front twice, revealing a white line in front. I turn my top so that the white line is on the left side. I bring my left side to the front, my white line to the front, then my yellow line to the front. I turn twice. Now I'm going to reverse back in, bring them both to the top, turn my white line so that the white line is in front, and fix my white line to the bottom. You're going to complete this algorithm until all your sides are correct. Here's my solid at the back. Place my solid at the back. I turn my front to reveal my white line on the side, bring it to the front, bring my yellow to the front, spin it 180 degrees twice, take my yellow side up, take my white side up, fix my white, and bring it back down to the bottom. So there's a solid side, there's a solid side, there's a solid side, there's a solid side. My white and my yellow is also correct. So I've completed my cube.